how filling your bowl can fill other people's stomachs. Penny parking meters have to survive on spare parts, and a Rockford home where things go bump in the night. We'll explain. NTC News Tonight starts now.
You're watching NTC News, DeKalb County's only television news source, on the campus of Northern Illinois University and from the Northern Television Center. This is NTC News Tonight.
Handmade bowls are helping local food pantries. Good evening, I'm Ryan Mack, and thanks for joining us.
And I'm Emily Neely. NTC reporter Reynaldo Sustaita shows us how filling these empty bowls puts more food in local pantries.
These bowls may be empty, but here at NIU's Empty Bowls event, these people are trying to fill these bowls for local food pantries. People line up to eat their choice of soups. The event was open to the public as people had a chance to win a prize during the raffle. But that's not all guests can take home.
And guests get to choose a ceramic bowl if they like. And we ask them in exchange for a cash donation to take the bowl back with them as a reminder of those who have empty bowls in the world and who are hungry.
Some of the bowls were made by students of Proviso High School. Here at the Empty Bowls event at NIU, the NIU Ceramics Club actually make these bowls. So you could pick whatever food you want in this blue bowl right here, or maybe something with more angular like this one, or if you like squares, this square bowl right here. As guests chose between caramelized onion soup and clam chowder, their donations will help local food pantries like Hope Haven. The event hopes to bring light the fact that 15.2% of Illinois residents are food insecure.
It will certainly promote awareness at the very least. Yeah, certainly just in the sense that these are really cool bowl designs, so if nothing else, people will be more conscious that there's a lot of underprivileged people who need some sort of assistance, and that sort of thing is important.
The NIU Dietetics Association has events throughout the whole year, so don't worry if you miss this event because there'll be a soup another day. For NTC News in DeKalb, I'm Reynaldo Sustaita.
Every year, the NIU Dietetics Association hand makes the soups that they serve to these guests.
Donations toward the Empty Bowls event can be given at Wirtz Hall at NIU.
Early voting for 2015 DeKalb election ended on Saturday. DeKalb County currently has 4 alderman seats up for grabs in Ward 1, 3, 5, and 7. Ward 1 is running unopposed. General Election Day will be held tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
The almost 60-year-old boiler in Jefferson Elementary School is finally being replaced. After numerous repairs failed, the school district will purchase a new boiler and air conditioning system. The old boiler cost the district more than $10,000 in the past month in repair costs. The decision has put other projects in jeopardy.
The Sycamore Park District is forming 6 citizen committees, each devoted to their own project in hopes of helping improve the community as part of the 2020 action plan. Some of the planned projects include a splash pad, dog park, trails, community center, sled hill, and golf course irrigation. 2 of the 6 committees have already been formed. The splash pad and dog park are expected to open in 2019.
Time is running out for Sycamore's penny parking meters. Sycamore officials found that the company that sells the timers for the meters no longer makes them. Parking officials say there are still 30 backup meters they can use for parts. The Sycamore police chief says he will be looking at whether some spots need meter parking. Sycamore is one of the last towns still using the meters.
Roads can be damaged or destroyed with frequent temperature changes early in the year, especially for roads that frequently see heavier vehicles. So, the city has begun enforcing a weight limit on anything the size of a delivery truck or larger. The restriction is only a seasonal weight limit and will be in effect until further notice.
One haunted historic monument in the heart of Rockford has been drawing in people from all around the country.
NTC reporter Amber Luckett shows us why so many people make the trip.
Many people fill the room anxiously waiting to take the paranormal tour at the Tinker Switch Cottage Museum.
The house was actually originally built in 1865, but we've been a museum since the 1940s, so we've actually been a museum for over 70 years now.
This house was built almost a decade ago by a man named Robert Tinker and was left to the city along with the family's belongings after everyone had died. In fact, 5 people are said to have died in the house, but their spirits continue to visit quite often. Alex Fox has been working at the museum for quite some time and says that flickering lights and the sound of creaking floors while being in the house is something that she knows all too well.
When you are in a separate building trying to arm the house itself, you'll have these notices that something's in the kitchen or in the dining room, and you've locked up and you've closed all the windows and you made sure there's nothing in there, and obviously something else decided to pop up.
The house was also featured on Ghost Hunters, where professionals confirm that there is in fact a strong presence in the house that cannot be explained. And even after being on the show almost 3 years ago, people as far as Canada still come to experience the paranormal activity of the museum.
We've had a huge increase in visitorship. These paranormal tours have sold out, and we've had to double and triple the amount of them that we were offering.
The museum also has a number of other tours throughout the year and is open to hosting private events. In Rockford, this is Amber Luckett, Ntc News.
What a great time of year to get out and actually see places like that around town. Emery Dhanens is here with us now to tell us if this weather is actually going to hold up.
Emery, things have been great outside. How's our outlook for the week?
Well, it's not going to be as nice as it was this past weekend. We're expecting rain the next couple of days, including tomorrow. So let's take a look at tomorrow's temperatures. For Tuesday, across the northern part of Illinois, we'll see showers and thunderstorms with temperatures in the mid-40s here in DeKalb to the mid-60s further south. To hear more about the rainy weather to come, stay with us. You're watching Ntc News Tonight.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Well, yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had a nice weekend. It was so beautiful out there on Sunday with those clear, sunny skies. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Now, today's been a little bit different of a story. Still been pretty warm out there. High of about 61 degrees today, but those clouds have been pulling in throughout the day, and it's been a little less sunny. But let's take a look at what's going to be going on for tonight. We still see more clouds. We see this whole area of clouds in the eastern part of the United States, and note these different areas of precipitation, and this one will be affecting us tonight and into tomorrow. So that system will move off to the south as it intensifies, and then the next thing we want to pay attention to is the system up here, which will bring that rain to the east and then move it south as it goes into as it goes into Wednesday. And also note that with all this rain, we do have a thunderstorm outlook. This is for Tuesday. This green area represents thunderstorm possibilities, and we see almost the whole eastern part of the United States has a possibility for thunderstorms and enhanced risk here and also in the northern part of California. So with thunderstorms, we have lightning, so do be careful of that. Then looking at tonight, we see mostly cloudy conditions with an overnight low of about 42 degrees, and we'll see showers coming our way mainly after 11 p.m. and then in the early morning hours on Tuesday, we'll see some thunderstorms possible, and we'll also have a wind shift from the southeast to northeast, which will bring colder temperatures for Tuesday. So for Tuesday, we'll see cloudy conditions, a high of about 48 degrees, but we'll have showers off and on throughout the whole day. So make sure you do bring your umbrella. And with those showers and also those gusty winds, that temperature might not feel quite as warm as 48 degrees. So bring a jacket and your umbrella just to be safe. And then on Tuesday night, more of the same. Cloudy conditions with an overnight low of about 39 degrees. We will see more showers and possible thunderstorms, and those winds are still pretty gusty, so it'll feel a little bit colder on Tuesday night. And then let's take a look at our 5-day weather forecast. On Tuesday, again, we have that rain throughout the day, high of about 48. That continues to have a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Moving on to Wednesday, high of about 50. Also another chance of thunderstorms moving into Thursday. But at least on Thursday, we do have warmer conditions up near 70 degrees, so that'll feel nice. And then overnight, another chance of showers. And then into Friday, although we are getting colder, we will see the skies clearing up a little bit with partly cloudy conditions. And then on Saturday, we will see sunny skies with a high in the mid-50s. But it is a good thing that we're getting all this rain because we've been pretty dry the past couple of weeks. And had we not expected rain, we would think that the summer would be some drought conditions and would be warmer. So it's a good thing that we're getting this rain now. And like they say, April showers bring May flowers. That's all for weather. Let's send it back to the desk.
There's no more ice in our weather forecast, but ice and fire take center stage when it comes to exploring the world of chemistry. Once again, NIU's Chemistry Club drew a sellout crowd for what they call ChemDem. Team Hot used fire-based experiments from lighting bubbles on fire to simpler ones like this. Team Cold combined different chemicals to create reactions between them and the crowd. The friendly competition is all part of showing how fascinating chemistry can be to youngsters. Marina Galuzzo helped put on the ChemDem show. She's here with us now. Marina, it's really great to have you here. You must really have a blast doing this. I know, guys, bad pun. But this is more than just chemical hocus pocus. What's your real objective with ChemDem?
Well, we don't want to just get to the students here at NIU. We want to outreach to the community and farther even out from the DeKalb community, just getting students to see what they wouldn't see in everyday classrooms with chemistry.
Great, so obviously the room looked really packed. How do you think, word got around that ChemDemo was a great show, so what do you think is the real draw here?
Well, thanks to our ChemDemo coordinator, Devin Boland, he got so many press releases out, and I'm so happy the hype we got, and we went outreach to schools and the community, and thankfully we had a crazy amount of people show up.
There seem to be lots of children there, especially young girls, and we hear a lot about the stereotype that science is a lot more of a guy thing. How encouraging is it to see all of these female interests in science and chemistry?
I personally think it's a really great thing being a girl. Of course, I think it's a great thing, but science is not just for boys. Girls can excel in science. We have a great professor here, Dr. Galliard, who has been a teacher for me also. She has run Alpha Chi Sigma with us, and she's been there, and she, I think, kicks butt just as much as the boy chemistry majors I've met.
So we see you brought some things with you today, even a fire extinguisher. I hope you're not going to have to use that. But why don't you show us what you got here?
Okay, so this simple experiment, I have been soaking this dollar bill in water, and we're going to light it on fire, and hopefully the dollar bill doesn't also catch on fire. So here we go. Oh, sorry.
A little nervous. I hope nothing happens over here.
I know. Should we have goggles on, or?
So what exactly is going on when you're doing this?
Well, what happens is the water's going to get into the pores of the dollar bill because it's not made of paper, and hopefully the dollar bill.
Oh.
Wow, that's hot.
Yeah. It caught on fire. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but
awesome. Well, we felt it for sure.
Definitely.
So.
If you look, dollar bill unharmed, and you can still go and buy something with a pop machine.
And nothing.
Wow.
It didn't burn at all.
Nope. You guys can.
What's going on?
Wow.
Why isn't this burning?
Well, what happens is the ethanol that I used after I dipped it in water just sets right on top of the water, so only the ethanol burns instead of the water, and the water's in the dollar bill, so it does not burn.
Wow, that's great.
That's
amazing.
Incredible. We do see a little bit of brown there on the side, though. I'm guessing just from the heat trying to. Yeah. If you'd like to get involved with all of this, you want to get in touch with the NIU Chemistry Club. It's open to everyone, and if you're a chemistry major, Alpha Chi Sigma fraternity may be for you. Marina, There's nothing that says respect this person like someone in a lab coat. We really appreciate you being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. Early voting in Chicago is a big hit.
And police in Zion find a gun after the fatal shooting of a teenager. These are today's state lines.
More than 142,000 Chicago voters cast early ballots for tomorrow's runoff election. Nearly 19,000 voters turned out Saturday for the last day of early voting. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel didn't capture the majority vote in the February election, forcing a runoff with Cook County Commissioner Jesus Garcia.
Police say they recovered a handgun at the scene in Zion where an officer killed a teenager over the weekend. The officer shot a 17-year-old following a chase Saturday afternoon. Investigators haven't released the name of the teenager or the officer.
A college student from Glen Ellen who was injured overseas about 3 months ago has died. Andrew Magny attended the University of Iowa. He was in Rome for a semester abroad. Police initially said it was an accident, but they're looking into the possibility that the 20-year-old was robbed.
People across Illinois are urging the state to expand the list of medical conditions that could be treated with medical marijuana. They want to add things like anxiety, migraines, insomnia, and PTSD. An advisory board of patients and doctors is reviewing hundreds of pages of petitions. And that's today's state lines.
Fighting continues in Yemen.
And 2 drug runners from Australia are sentenced to death in Indonesia. Here's what's happening in today's World Watch.
Houthi rebels continue to advance in Yemen's port city of Aden, but as fighting continues, the humanitarian situation weakens. The Red Cross says a plane it chartered to deliver medical supplies to Yemen's capital had been grounded in Djibouti. Overnight, the Saudi-led coalition launched some of its most intensive strikes.
An Indonesian court has rejected a bid by 2 Australian drug smugglers, members of the so-called Bali Nine, to challenge their planned executions. The men are awaiting death by firing squad on Indonesia's so-called Execution Island for their role in a failed 2005 heroin smuggling plot.
The University of Virginia calls a Rolling Stone story about an alleged rape a journalistic failure that was avoidable. The report faulted not only the reporter, but also fact-checkers, editors, and editorial supervisors. The report goes on to say that Rolling Stone did not follow basic journalistic practices that would have likely kept the piece from being published at all.
Lawyers for Aaron Hernandez are making their case today. The former New England Patriots star faces a first-degree murder charge in the 2013 shooting death of semi-pro football player Odin Lloyd. And that's today's World Watch.
Welcome to NTC Sports. I'm Dan Kenny. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone has had an enjoyable Easter weekend. Hopefully you didn't miss any of the great games, but if you did, don't sweat it. We got you covered. The 38-0 Kentucky Wildcats look for their 2nd consecutive national championship appearance. Wisconsin played the role of David in this matchup, so let's see if they were able to slay Goliath. We see Coach Kelly and Coach Ryan show mutual respect before the big game. Tiny Tyler Eulis strips Kaminsky and starts the fast break and finds Kolestein, who then feeds Towns for the big 2-hander. But don't worry, Frank the Tank gets his revenge as he spins towards the basket and flips the ball off the backboard for the and-1 finish. Later, game's tied at 60, and Sam Decker hops, then pops this 3-pointer, which puts the Badgers up. Kentucky needs a big basket here, and Aaron Harrison has ice water running through his veins. He scores, but Wisconsin got the job done down the stretch, and Harrison's desperation 3 comes up short. The entire state of Wisconsin goes absolutely bonkers, and Big Blue goes down. So, who will be Wisconsin's dance partner Monday night? Will it be Duke or Michigan State? Denzel Valentine makes a case for his team after he drills this 3-pointer. Justice Winslow has a full head of steam as he drives to the hole like a runaway locomotive. Lucky for him, his buddy Okafor has his back for the putback. Now the big fella is the conductor as he throws down a thunderous hammer that would make even Thor tremble in his boots. Grayson Allen misses this 3, but he doesn't give up on the play. No, he doesn't, as he soars up for this super slam dunk. Duke runs away with it 81-61. Last night kicked off the start of this year's baseball season. Finally, And what better way to do this than a heated division rivalry between the revamped Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals? Let's check it out. John Lester didn't have his best stuff last night, and Matt Holliday took full advantage of it as he rips this hard single, and Jorge Soler is suffering from a bad case of the Butterfingers, which gives the Cards the early lead. With runners on first and third, Matt Holliday strikes yet again as he flares a single that drops right in front of Soler, and a run scores. Adam Wainwright was rolling as he pitched six shutout innings as Matt Holliday tops it off with this fantastic sliding catch. Cardinals defeat the Cubs 3-0. The Cubs sure could have used Chris Bryant's bat last night, but story for another day. Well, it's time for today's Play of the Day, which features not one, not two, but three big shots from the Cavs-Bulls game. Don't blink. Kyrie Irving fades out of bounds as he smacks this three-pointer right here, but then right before the half expires, J.R. Smith says, "Give me some of that," as he takes an impossible half-court shot and nails it. Tough game for the Bulls, but Kyrie Irving says, "Anything you can do, I can do better," as he splashes in this shot from behind the half-court line, and those are today's top plays. That's all the time we have for you today. Brett Tudela will recap the big game on Wednesday. So long.
Coming up, it almost looks like a riot, but these subway riders in Russia are trying to save a life. We'll explain. You're watching NTC News Tonight.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
In Russia, an almost unbelievable act of kindness may have saved the life of a woman on a subway train. You guys have to check this out. Dozens of passengers at a Moscow metro station sprang into action to save a 70-year-old woman. Somehow, she got her foot caught between the train and the platform. So what did the passengers do? They scrambled to rock the train away from the ledge, freeing the woman's foot.
I can't imagine if that would happen at a CTA station in Chicago.
The amount of people it took to rock that train was unbelievable. It's really nice to see everybody willing to help out. NTC News Tonight is produced and directed by students here at Northern Illinois University. We want to thank you all for being with us.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll be back at the same time on Wednesday. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye, everyone.